Hi everybody, my name is Dévi and welcome to Book Connoisseur. So today I have gathered all of the fragrances in my collection that have spicy notes. So if you're looking for a spicy fragrance, you think that you might like spice in your fragrance, then this video is for you. So what I love about spice is that it adds this little kick of zest to your fragrance, and I think it complements really well with the summer months because the heat of your body and the smell of, just like sweaty body kind of works well with a nice zesty pepper or spicy note. So I'm going to start with the least obvious spicy notes to the most obvious spicy notes in my collection. So with that being said, the first one is number 4, Nolita Rise by Gabar. This is a really refreshing summer fragrance. It opens with some juniper, pink pepper, and green mandarin. In the mid we have lavender, cypress, mint, lily of the valley. And in the dry down we have amber woods, cashmere woods, and cedar woods. This is a trip to the spa. This is so refreshing, and the spiciness is incredibly subtle in this. In fact, I wouldn't even know that there was pink pepper if I didn't know the notes. The thing I love about Gabar is that I think their fragrances are so well blended. I can't particularly identify any specific note in this because they're all blended so well. I just love this one. It's so refreshing. Perfect for summer. The next fragrance is Whiskey 1969 from Thin Wild Mercury. This has a really warm opening with pink peppercorn and cardamom. In the mid we have raspberry, nutmeg, and ylang ylang. And in the dry down we have cedarwood and bourbon amber. This fragrance is an ode to a rock club on Sunset Strip, and as you can tell it says 1969, and this feels really nostalgic. I feel like I get to experience this time where I wasn't even alive. And this is just warm and all around cozy. I think this is the perfect rainy day summer scent. Honestly, this is a year-round scent. It's absolutely divine. You definitely smell the spiciness in the beginning and throughout the entire dry down, but there's something really special about this because it's almost sweet. There's not anything obviously sweet in this. I think it's a combination of the nutmeg and the raspberry together. What I love about this raspberry note is that it's very subtle and not sour. That allows the spices to really speak, and I just love this one. I often wear this one to bed. The next fragrance is Up at 1 by Linen 22. Now this is one of my absolute all-time favorite fragrances. We have orange blossom, clementine, coriander, and orris butter, and it's just the most beautiful blend of these notes. The inspiration for this is a late morning on a sunny day, and I think this is just the most perfect, relaxing summer fragrance. The clementine really allows that coriander to become a zesty note. It really complements it well, and I think that it is just so beautiful. Part of the inspiration for this is the texture of it, which is a French linen, and that is exactly what I get. This is laying in the sheets on a Sunday morning, having breakfast in bed, just relaxing, nothing else to do for the day but be present. And that is Up at 1 from Linen 22. The next fragrance is Rose from Björk and Berries. This is an earthy Nordic rose inspired fragrance, wild rose growing in the forest. And that is exactly what I get. In the top we have pink freesia, magnolia, and lavender. In the mid we have rose centifolia and musk. And in the dry down we have ambroxan, cashmere woods, and orris butter. What I love about this is there's really an equal play between the spiciness of it and the rose. And this doesn't directly have a spice note in it. The ambroxan in this really comes out to play and complements all of the floral notes so well. I think this is a great summer fragrance, especially on a rainy summer day. I think this is perfect. In fact, I might wear this today because it's sort of overcast and summer. The next fragrance is very similar to Rose by Björk and Berries, but has a much deeper spicy note, and that is Rose 31 from Labo. This is an ode to the grass rose, which is the classic rose in perfumery. It's balanced out with some cumin, olibanum, cedar, and a touch of amber. For me, this is full of nostalgia. What's really great about this is often a cumin note can come off a little bit like a body odor, but it's so subtle in this and really, really beautiful. What this makes me think of is cooking and cooking in the kitchen with spices, Indian food in particular. I just love it. This also makes a really great summer rain fragrance. I just love wearing it when it's raining. And the next one is probably my spiciest fragrance, and that is Sheep's Clothing from Henry Rose. This opens with a pink peppercorn note and rose. In the mid, we have Egyptian orange flower, Turkish rose absolute, and orris. In the dry down, we have amber woods, amber absolute, and musk. This is one of my favorite perfumes. Pink peppercorn is the star of the show in this, and this is why it's like my most spicy fragrance. I think that it's so super zesty and really beautiful, and honestly, even though pink peppercorn is listed as the top note, I smell it throughout the journey of the fragrance. I haven't smelled that many other pink peppercorns that are this strong, and I love a pink peppercorn note. So yeah, I highly recommend smelling this if you love pink peppercorn. I wanted to include something a little more affordable because a lot of these are on the more expensive side. And so I decided to add Phlur Vanilla Smoke to this list. This is such a beautiful body spray. It has bergamot, pink pepper, and birch in the opening. Then it has cacao blanc, cashmere, vanilla, and tonka bean in the mid, and incense, Peru balsam, and amber in the dry down. This is just such a beautiful scent. I will say that I think the incense is the star of the show in this, but there's a spiciness to it. I think from the little bit of pink pepper and some of the other notes that help really balance it out. And then the sweetness of the vanilla just comes through. It really smells like the image of smoke, like the incense swirling through that creamy vanilla notes. I just love it, and I think it's a great option on a budget. These are all of the spicy fragrances in my collection. Let me know if you think I need to add any more. I will be back soon with another video. Bye!